All right. Hey, good morning. This is Sid Owsley from the Determination Determines Destination podcast, the 3Ds to Success, where we share stories of people who use what I call the 3Ds to success to overcome obstacles and challenges in their life. And this morning, I have Juri Love on the show. Juri Love is a musician, model, SAG-AFTRA actor, author, survivor of sexual abuse and homelessness, motivational speaker, journalist, Rotarian, film, TV producer, composer, and single mother of two. You have really been busy. Originally from Japan, Juri is a recipient of Heroes Among Us from the NBA Boston Celtics, Volunteerism Award from the New England Patriots for effort of teaching music to juvenile offenders through nonprofit Genuine Voices. She founded and worked as a president for 12 years. She is also a recipient of Paul Harris Fellow from Rotary International and scholarship recipient from Berkley College of Music in Boston, where she graduated. Her book, A Gift from Adversity: Overcoming Sexual Abuse, Domestic Violence, Bullying, and Homelessness, became Amazon's #1 new release in 3 categories in 2020. Her inspiring life story has been featured in many media, including the Japanese reality show, and was viewed by 7.5 million people. Juri and her son Jaden, who is 10 years old, will appear on Netflix on a Netflix feature film later in 2021 alongside Hollywood A-list stars. Welcome, Juri. How are you today?
Great, Sid. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm very excited to be here.
It's great having you on. You have such an exciting story, and I would love for you to tell us how you use what I call the 3Ds to success: determination determines destination, to overcome obstacles and challenges in your life and to arrive at where you're at now.
Thank you for that question. Well, first of all, I came from really nothing, more so kind of one of the worst situation that you could imagine, like being in dysfunctional family, abusive situation. And I think the first determination is was survival mode. For me, it was a survival and instinct when I was 13 that I thought I would definitely die if I continued this life with
Wow.
my father who was abusive. And the determination is really the first time I felt the determination was not so much of conscious decision, but more survival decision. And it was like 13 when I tried to arrange the escape from my father, and then which I talked about in my book, A Gift from Adversity.
Mm.
But later on, when you become adult, like obviously you are more aware, alert, like what's going on, your consciousness. And I would say the big determination that came to me was when I was 17, that I was gonna drop out of high school because the PTSD was not talked about. I was really suffering from the mental health, but nobody really talked about it. And then I thought, my life was really bad, like crazy, like suck, and I just wanted to drop everything. So I went to this volunteering camp, and I helped the disabled like wheelchair bound adult when I
Mm.
was 17. And then I realized that however I went through this, sexual abuse, all this stuff, that I am still able to see, hear, taste, and move. So I decided that time, like I'm determined to not complain and not say anything that I cannot do. So I realized the potential was there, but my mind was the one who was saying that you can't do it.
Mm.
So I have I have decided to not say like I can't do it at age of 17. And ever since, I'm really determined to go to my destination. Um, and so every day, right now, like, more so when I was running the nonprofit organization, I had to-do lists. I had maybe 14 places to go. Like, I pack everything night before and, make sure everything is set. So discipline, definitely another D, comes along with the determination that I've been doing this really goal-oriented driven lifestyle for the past 20 years or so. So
Mhm.
it's so part of me that I can multitask, I can get a lot of stuff done, and then people trust me on that. So right now, so that was 17, but right now I'm 44, and then I am a journalist, author, musician. I just released my album, Love Frequency. Check it out. And I write articles. So yesterday I was writing an article about April being Child Abuse Awareness Month. And, I obviously have determination to finish that. But not only that, how can I bring more awareness, alert, different information to the audience? So I'm always like, thinking of myself first, for my goal and then my determination where I'm going destination wise. But then I'm always thinking how would my impact would like influence others or society. So that's a long answer, but
Oh, that's a great answer. It's amazing that at the age of 17, you had the awareness to understand how impactful words are and and you changed. You said that you changed things that you said I would I don't say that I can't do this, that I can do this now. You were able to change and reframe your thinking and reframe your words at the age of 17 and create that mindset that has served you all the way to now.
yes, absolutely.
So tell us about some of these many accomplishments that you have had. Musician. What instrument or instruments do you play? As a musician.
So my main instrument is piano, and I
Okay.
went to Berkeley College of Music in Boston as a piano principal. So, and I worked for many credible organizations as a piano player, and then I've toured before. Um, so that's my main instrument, but I sing also,
Wow.
and just a few chords on guitar, and then a little bit bass, and then drums, just basic stuff. But then main instrument is piano, but I'm really good at composition and arrangement. So I film scored before. I could compose for PSA, different kind of music. So I'm very versatile composer, musician, singer as well.
Wow. That's excellent. A little bit. You say a little bit of basic. Look, I can't even play an instrument. So when you say just basic stuff, I'm like, that's all amazing to me. You know,
Thank
and
you.
you've done modeling, acting, authoring, and all this in the midst of being, you said you were a survivor and homelessness. Expound on that a little bit more. The situation surrounding the homelessness and survival.
Yeah. So what happened was, between age 8 to 13, I was heavily abused by my father. So I escaped, which I talked a little bit before. But then when I started to live with my mom, she didn't believe my sexual abuse part, so I tried to kill myself. And
Mm-hmm.
after that, nobody talked about PTSD or mental health. I had really no help because there was no awareness of child sex abuse back in Japan in 80s.
Wow.
Well, in America, it's like really getting, you know, a topic with Me Too movement and stuff, but still some countries like they're never talked about. So I think my mom wanted me to be independent and then stronger. And I think she thought I was just crazy, despite all these challenges that there was no understanding, I think. So I became homeless when I was 18. And then, but I was determined um, to go to Berkeley College of Music at one point that when I got sick, which I really elaborated on my book in a chapter called Process.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I was homeless, but I went to find a job at the resort hotel where they can feed me and have for me to stay and then be able to work. And I got the down payment and I brought that, I used that money to find an apartment in Tokyo. And I started to work when I was 18, 19. And I ended up saving about $30,000.
Wow.
And then plus the scholarship, I was able to put myself to college, and I graduated.
That's an awesome story.
Thank you.
Awesome. You know,
Determination.
that's right. The 3Ds of success. You were very determined. You know, you spoke on in Japan, you know, the abuse and things like that weren't really talked about. You know, how much of that culture, how much of that cultural effect, how much did it really affect you? You know, uh, the cultural norms of Japan and things being, you know, hushed and uh, uh, kept hidden. You know, how did that affect you? And do you see how, you know, how do you see it affecting other people? You know, did you see it affecting other people? Those types of cultural norms.
Yes, absolutely. The reason why I'm in America is that part of Japan, like I like, obviously that's where I'm from, but it's very patriarchy country, and then men dominant, and then the parents and authority teachers, we are told to respect them. And then I agree, like in a certain degree, I think some American kids are rude that because they don't have that kind of culture to be super respectful to the authorities, like in a way that you can never imagine in this country,
Yeah, yeah,
like bowing to the older grader. But anyways, that comes with some baggages that, like, even if they are doing something wrong, that you should not talk or you should not talk back. I talked back to my dad and he started to physically abuse me. So, like, that's a huge trauma for me. But, in culture, like bigger perspective wise, I would say um, it definitely diminishes the potential of individual. And then I think in Japan, it's changing. I haven't been back there for a while, but it's definitely changing. And but when you see women and men, like, the leadership like ratio, like compared to America, it's like way too low. And then I think as a woman, and when you're young and then when you have ambitious mind, it's very difficult country to live. So um early on when I came to America, was when I was 18, like I really fell in love with that part of America where, regardless of age, gender, background, I think this country is so young that people appreciate the idea and support the idea, initiatives, no matter what kind of background you have. So for example, when I was running the nonprofit, I started when I was 26, and then I had so many great collaborations, and then people, regardless of the age, they didn't ever ask, like, how old are you? You're too young to start nonprofit. I was 26. A lot of people in the meeting are much older than me, but they never questioned my age. They never questioned, like, where you're from, and they never limited me because I'm Asian female. Like they condescended me of my idea. Instead, they blossomed my idea, like took me to their wings, and then, like, I was able to be a president and founder of a nonprofit for 12 years.
that is awesome. That you were able to, you know, come here and thrive. You know, being in Japan, it's a trying to find that balance, as you say. It's good to be respectful to your elders and to people in certain positions, but you also have to have the balance of being able to seek help, or share your ideas. Like you said, in Japan, you would have not been able to, at 26 years old, they would have just brushed you aside any ideas you had about the nonprofit. Especially you're young, you're a woman. you know so that balance of respect, but also being able to share ideas and seek help in situations where those in who are in authority are the ones who are doing the wrong. Uh, that's something that you know all societies seek to have that balance. So tell us more about your the awards you've gotten, the heroes among us. Hooked up with the Boston Celtics and the New England Patriots, and you know, we're sports crazy here in the United States, like most other countries. So tell us more about that. What how that was.
Yes. So Heroes Among Us is given to people who made some impact in the community. And I actually have the trophy right here. I don't know if you can see.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's a good spot. Okay, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that they gave me. So I was nominated by one of the board member, and then I got an award in 2013, and I had 17,000 people watch me receive
Wow.
this award, standing ovation, which I talked about it in my book on my first chapter is called Heroes Among Us. And then I've been very fortunate to also receive an award from New England Patriots. And then it's for the work that I've done for the nonprofit that I started. It's called Genuine Voices. And then we were teaching music to juvenile offenders, which is a population that not so many people reach out to, especially music. And then we were teaching music, like, production, especially hip hop
Okay.
production. And with along with that, I also initiated a program at the Boys and Girls Club in Dorchester, Massachusetts, which program, by the way, I started when I was it was 2001, but 2021, 20 years later, that music program is still going strong.
Oh,
And a lot
that's
of
good.
kids in the city, kids are taking music lessons. I think they have over 600 kids every year, like getting exposed to music lessons for free, just like a very, I think $5 membership, but it's supported by grant. And then so the Heroes Among Us, typically, like, some people are like save lives in emergency situation, and my case was because of my determination and dedicating 12 years of my life trying to help this population, especially to promote their self-esteem, promote
Yeah.
sense of ownership and confidence, to lower recidivism through teaching music, and that was the award.
That's great. That's great. The
Thank
work that you've done is so important, and I would really like you to talk more about the effect that that music program has had on the children, the young people that you've worked with, because it's so important that we nurture the young people. And just tell us more about the actual effect that it's had on them, the things you've seen that program has done for the young people.
Yes, absolutely, Sid. So um just to let you know, these kids are there in a detention program due to a lot of trauma, lack of care, and then they yo-yo between DCF, Department of Children and Family, and then Department of Youth Services.
Mhm.
So the difference is DYS is related to committing crime.
Mhm.
So, but I've talked to so many kids over the 12 years, and then the common thing that they have is absolutely no, like, parenting, no positive role models in their lives. The patterns that they are exposed, like, selling drugs, the parents being in jail, it just like spiral downward. And when we were teaching music, what we focus on is not only teaching music but the mentorship. And building rapport, trust, which they have really lost through music, through goal-oriented project where we were teaching music, hip hop, and then we had laptop, and then we had um, the MIDI controller, like a little keyboard thing that kids can create a beat on, and writing the lyrics, but not using profanity, and trying to have positive message writing. So I've had over 300 volunteers throughout 12 years at a great community partnership. I was able to collaborate with some scholars to publish a book or research papers. And those influences not only the kids, but also funding and convincing the federal government and the bigger perspective in terms of evidence, hard data, anecdotal data, just grant writing, etc. But people do not know this population needs so much help, and in a way that this would automatic or like eventually, ultimately impact our economy. Because to be frank with you, each juvenile offenders cost our tax dollar 60 to 80 grand a year. So if you have 10 of them, it's already $600,000.
Yeah.
So if they don't come back to the system, then we would save the $600,000 for the 10 kids to our school system being able to bring maybe more art program, music program, plus increase whatever we need. So I think the system, obviously is hard, but the pattern that we have seen is that sometimes the kids, when they go home, they don't have food, they don't have parenting. Like I said, they yo-yo between DCF and DYS. That I've seen the patterns of kids coming back because of they have friends, healthcare, meal, school, so they feel like a little bit comfortable in a way. Yeah, so it was very interesting experience for me to learn about this gang culture, or the culture in this dysfunctional setting. But they all thrived, and then one of the kid that we told, and then after he got discharged, we did a program, a fundraiser and a music performance together. And I even invited him to a college where I had a speaking opportunity. So I split my fee with him. And he was on Japanese TV show with me. And he started a t-shirt company. And he told me our organization and me took him under our wings, and then really mentored him and then nurtured him, believed in him. And all it takes is one person to believe in these youth, no matter what situation they were in. Just tell them that you're great and you have potential, and then I believe in you. And that means so much. That goes so far, regardless of teaching music. I think the mentorship and then having positive role model would definitely create great resilience in the youth.
For sure. Yes. Yes. I actually worked in law enforcement for over a decade. And so I saw a lot of young people who were in trouble. And so I know that the program that you have, something like that, really makes a difference in their lives. And it's so great that you set something up like that, and that is still going at, and that's impacted so many young people's lives positively. So that is awesome work that you've done.
Thank you, Sid. That means a lot.
Yeah. So now you are a single mother of two. So you have to tell us about your children, because I know that every mom loves to talk about their children.
Yes, thank you. So my children, Jaden and Jayla, they are really lively, lovely children. My son is 10, and then my daughter is 4, and they both model. We have a great agency. They've done major commercial TV, and again, my son is going to be in a big feature film with me, which I'm very proud. So we constantly audition, model. But my son is into karate, swimming, and baseball. He loves baseball, just like every other boys, and parkour. And he's a little human Wikipedia. He loves. He's a voracious reader, and he's a student pilot. and he's a little investor. He knows how to
Oh,
invest, trade. I've been grooming him. So then he wants. The other day he was saying that he wants to be a PhD engineer or something. So whatever he wants to do,
whatever
like
you want.
what I want my kids to understand is one thing I learned from the program, nonprofit that I was doing, is tangible, measurable outcome, which is really important to find something tangible and its outcome, and then it's measurable. That all these experiences that I am trying to provide is the goal is to bring their self-esteem, confidence that can battle any hardship, adversity, and
Hmm.
be resilient. So that's really my goal as a single mom or as a person.
Yeah, that's every parent's goal, like you said, to make their kids strong and resilient and let them know that they can do anything. And
Absolutely.
you've certainly accomplished enough in your life that you can show them, hey, you can do anything.
Yes, they see my determination for sure.
Absolutely. So, Juri, as we get ready to close out in a few minutes, I just want to make sure that everybody knows how to get in contact with you, know where to get your books and anything else that you're doing. And also, are you able to tell us the name of this Netflix film that you're going to be in?
Unfortunately not, but when
Oh,
I will definitely. I think everybody would know.
okay. I'm gonna have to have you back on the show. When this Netflix, you're gonna have to let me know when this Netflix thing gets closer. You're gonna have to let me know so I can have you back on.
I would be honored to come back when the movie comes out.
Yes, yes, definitely have to have you back on.
And my
Yeah,
son, maybe you can talk
yeah,
to him
yeah.
about
Yeah,
the movie.
yeah, I'm sure he would. Yeah, I would love to have him on. That would be awesome.
Thank you so much. It's been an
Yeah,
honor to be on your show.
it's great having you on. And like once again, let everybody know how to get in contact with you and show that book again.
Yes. So my website is Juri Love, just like my name, JURILOVE.com. And then my Facebook is facebook.com/Juri Love, just my name. Instagram is Juri Panda, Panda Bear, like a Juri Panda. And I just started TikTok, which is Juri Panda, at Juri Panda. My book, A Gift from Adversity, it's available on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, and also Kindle on Apple, also on Amazon. Sorry, ebook on Amazon, and I think ebook on Apple, every platform. But if you type "A Gift from Adversity," Juri Love, I think a lot of different sites will come up, and then just Google my name, Juri Love, JURILOVE, and then I think Instagram. I check the messages, and I would love to hear from your audience.
Yes, everybody, please check out Juri's book and stay tuned for this awesome Netflix movie that's going to be coming out later this year. Juri is done. She's doing a lot of great things, and like I said, I'm really impressed by your work with the young people. That's such an important thing, and it has been great having you on. And I look forward to having you on again soon when that movie debuts. You and your
Thank
son.
you very much, Sid, for having me again.
All right. So this is Sid Owsley from the Determination Determines Destination podcast, where we share stories of people who use what I call the 3 Ds to success. Determination determines destination to overcome obstacles and challenges in their life. Please check out my YouTube channel, Sid Owsley, 3 Ds to Success. Also, you can check out the podcast on Spotify, the 3 Ds to Success. Check out my website, sidowsley.com, where you can pick up a free gift about your goals and your values, because it's so important to make sure that your goals align with your values. So check out my website, sidowsley.com. Thank you very much and have a great day. This is Sid Owsley. I'm out.